Are you guys starting to realize that the government is organized crime? Using coercion and intimidation to keep business owners from opening their business? People that want to open their business, people that want to support their business, like customers, are being prevented to go. Why? Because of an imaginary bubonic plague, or I shouldn't even say it's imaginary. There's a real flu going on. Okay, I'll admit it's a virus, it's a flu. However, does the government have authority to shut down your business? In fact, does the government even have authority to require you to get a license to open your business, a license to perform medicine, a license to drive, a license to change your roof? All of this is bullshit, okay? The anxiety that you and I feel is the energy caused by government, this cult religion, that they're not subject to morality. Well, why aren't they subject to morality? Because they say they are? Because they write on a piece of paper that they have the right to tax you? Well, it was already agreed upon 200 years ago. You have a right to your life and your freedom. So where did they have this right to force you to stay in your house? They don't. That's why they force your children in schools for 12 years. Mandated, compulsory, forced. Because if you were the one responsible for your child, you would teach them about respect and love and mutually beneficial relationships, not coercion like they use. That's why the flag worship is all about pledging your allegiance to the state, to the republic. Folks, you are awakening to the greatest scam in history called government. Back in the day, it was the divine right of kings, where the kings are your rightful ruler because God made us here and put us here. You know, there's some good things in the Bible, but that's one of my issues in Romans, where it says, be a good slave, because God put your slave masters in place. Is it Romans 12 or 13? No, you're a sovereign being. You're here to manifest great things in this life. Express love, feel love, share love, create a legacy, make the world a better place, achieve your highest potential. Not to serve a flag, not to serve a president or a governor or a mayor. Folks, we are realizing the biggest pyramid scam is the government. You don't need their permission to work. You don't need their permission at all. We're being tested for courage, for bravery. What are your children going to say about you? What are your grandchildren going to say about you? Would you have stood up during the civil rights like Martin Luther King? Like the people out there getting sprayed with the water hose and getting bitten by dogs, getting shot by the police? Would you have stood up during the days of the Nazis and the Hitlers and the Stalins? Or are you going to sit down and be afraid, be a mouse? I know you're not a mouse. You're a lion. You're a hawk. You're an eagle. You're a rhinoceros. You're something great. You're a human being. For the love of God, step into your power. Call your freedom friends. Call your neighbors. Reach out to them. This thing is not going to go away until the community decides it to go away. There's a mass awakening worldwide. And if you will realize that government is the problem, we can transcend it. We can evolve beyond it. But if you think this whole change is going to come by begging at Gavin Newsom's doors or Governor Cuomo or whoever these politicians think they are, they're not your king. They're not your master. You your own king and queen and master. It's my little rant. Human consciousness is expanding. It's voluntarism. This is the future. You're a part of it. Step up. Dig in. Lean in. We're going to get past this. And you're going to be part of the solution. That's why we started the committee to reopen Santa Cruz to save lives. How many business owners are committing suicide? How much domestic abuse is happening because everybody's forced to stay inside their house? There's no more chains on you for your slavery. It's in your mind. Understand you own yourself. Understand you're responsible for your own actions and inactions. You can do whatever you want as long as you don't aggress against somebody or their property. That's it. You got to keep your agreements, honor your contracts, otherwise it's fraud. But other than that, there are no natural law violations. The roads will be built by people. We will be protected by people. There's private protection agencies out there. There's road building companies out there. Let go of this thing called government. It is not here to help you. It's a tool of tyranny. If you did not sign the contract, you're not bound to it. So let's start acting freely. Start living freely. Hang around peaceful people. Avoid the coercive people and organizations that promote intimidation, threats, and violence. They're going to go away. Just like Blockbuster. Blockbuster went away because it didn't evolve. Government's going away because it's criminal and it's not evolving. Humankind does not need it. Did you know trust in government is at near all-time lows, near 10%? Did you know the largest block of voters are non-voters? Over half of Americans don't participate in politics. There's about 25% Republican, 25% Democrat, roughly. Maybe 2% Libertarian. But the largest block don't vote in political booths. They vote with their time, they vote with their money, they vote with their energy, with their affection, with their attention, with their labor. Dude, you're so powerful. Together we are so unstoppable. And that's what's happening. People are starting to realize we don't need the politicians. Politicians are going to get left behind just like Blockbuster.